Hi, I'm Chris Wardlaw for CarGurus, and this is a 2015 Chevrolet Impala, a full-size four-door family sedan. Now, generally speaking, I like this car, but having driven it for a week now, I can't figure out why full-size sedans continue to exist. We'll get to more on that in a minute. For now, let's talk about what we're driving today. Now, my test car is equipped with 2LT trim and just about every option you can throw on this vehicle. The total window sticker comes to just over $37,000, and this particular paint color, just in case you like it, is called Crystal Red Tint Coat. It is an extra cost option. Now, this is a sleek looking full-size sedan, and it's got a lot of heritage design cues for Chevrolet, such as this scalloped hood design. It's got this rising character line over the rear fender, of course, a classic Impala badge. It's got this kinked D-pillar here, and my test car's got optional 19-inch wheels and tires, which really give this particular Impala presence. Now, you're probably wondering what's under the hood. A four-cylinder engine is standard in all Impalas, but if you get the 2LT or the 2LTZ trim level, you get a 3.6-liter V6, making 305 horsepower. In case you're wondering, that's more horsepower than the last generation Impala SS ever made. Now, when you get inside of a Chevy Impala, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be facing a very busy dashboard. It's got this stylish dual cowl appearance, but even in jet black, it looks busy. If you get any other interior color, you get a two-tone effect that just exacerbates the amount of chrome detailing and this shiny trim and this fake wood. It's supposed to come off as looking upscale. Instead, it comes off as kind of cheesy. Now, the control layout is actually fairly simple because a lot of your functions are grouped together here in this 8-inch Chevrolet MyLink touchscreen or the driver information center that's between the gauges. Everything's really easy to find as long as you're not driving. I mean, you're not supposed to play with the touchscreen much when you're driving. The problem is that the trim that goes around these components and the buttons themselves, if you listen, you'll hear them creak under pressure. And it just sounds cheap. And because these are the controls that people use all the time, the driver's constantly reminded that somebody in some meeting somewhere at General Motors decided, yeah, let's cut a few cents off those controls. They really need to upgrade that because otherwise there's nothing to complain about in terms of the quality of the interior. The front seats of the 2LT are exceptionally comfortable. My test car's got these optional microfiber suede inserts with leatherette. The back seat is absolutely massive. But one thing you should know is that while this is a 5-passenger vehicle, we decided to do a little road trip with my dad on Father's Day, and my wife got in between the two car seats that were in the back seat, and she was terribly uncomfortable. When we use our own crossover SUV, she has no problem fitting between the two car seats. So I would say that that's one more reason why I'm questioning the viability of the full-size sedan in general. Okay, now that I've gotten all those complaints out of the way, let's go for a drive. So we're driving along a suburban boulevard here in Southern California, and it's very smooth pavement. It's very nicely done. There's not a ripple anywhere in it. Yet, road noise, it's a little bit high in this car, and to be honest, it is probably the one thing that I can critique the most about how the Impala drives. This V6 engine is strong enough for almost any application. You've got plenty of power to merge onto a fast-flowing freeway. You've got plenty of power for passing, climbing mountain grades. The 6-speed automatic transmission behaves itself in almost all circumstances. There was one time up in the mountains on a twisty road when I was going downhill that it started holding revs in an odd way, but otherwise it operated entirely unobtrusively. The one thing I don't like about it is there's a manual shift mode, but it's a little rocker switch on top of the gear shift lever, which is really almost no fun to use and just kind of makes the interior look a little bit less cohesive. But the brakes are outstanding. Tested this car on a hot day in the mountains, repeatedly abused the brakes, and they withstood every application, no matter how deeply I got into the pedal. suspension tuning is outstanding. If you're looking for a car with a nice smooth ride that absorbs everything, this is the car for you. Overall, I really enjoyed my seat time in the Impala. One thing I did want to mention is that this car comes with 4G LTE Wi-Fi connectivity. And I actually took a business meeting while I was sitting here in the driver's seat, conference call via Bluetooth. I had my laptop plugged into the 3-prong outlet right behind the console here, and sat for 45 minutes in a parking lot taking part in a conference call. It was fantastic. The only thing is that when you're taking a call through Bluetooth, the climate control system automatically dials itself down to a lower fan speed, and it got really hot and sweaty in here in a fairly short period of time. Really wanted some ventilated front seats, which you cannot get in the 2LT because of the suede microfiber inserts. Now, it's true that full-size sedans don't sell in very big numbers, and now that I've spent a week driving the Impala, it's easy for me to understand why that is. It's not because full-size sedans are bad. It's not because the Chevy Impala is an inherently bad vehicle. It's because full-size sedans use more gas than mid-size sedans, while offering only incremental increases in terms of cargo and passenger space. Now, if you're committed to getting a full-size sedan, I definitely recommend putting the stylish Chevy Impala on your list of considerations. For my full review on this vehicle, be sure to visit CarGurus.com, and thanks for watching.